Hey everybody, I hope you're doing well and hanging in there. So today I just want to give a little update on what my scenario is as a new construction home salesperson and real estate agent. And then I also kind of want to talk about how to sell in the market today. I think I'm going to get right into that. So, what's happening right now and what's going to happen with our market in the months to come, which is still unknown. We don't know if once this is over, things are going to go back to how they were, which would be great. Wouldn't that be great to we had this little break with less work, but 2 months from now, the market's going to be banging just like it was before. And that could happen. The other scenario is that because of what's happened now, there have been people out of work long enough and businesses closed down long enough to where there is now an impact with our real estate market. And the real estate market's not the greatest. Well, for those of you who were around, 10 to 15 years ago, you definitely remember the housing crash that we had in 2008. And up until COVID-19 happened, that was kind of a maybe not a distant memory, but we got through that. Everything was great. The market was riding high. We were building tons of new homes, selling existing houses. Home sale values were at a high. That's going to happen again, no matter what happens right now with COVID-19 and the results of what happens here. At some point down the road, things are going to go back to normal. The real estate market is going to have a high again. And really, if you look at a chart, every 10 years, approximately, the real estate market, it goes up, and then at about a 10-year point, it hits a plateau and it goes down a little bit. And it ultimately still continues on a trend that goes upward. And we were about to surpass, and did surpass, that 10-year mark with the real estate market, and in my opinion, what home values were and how building was going. COVID-19 pretty much flatlined that. I don't think that right now we're still starting just as many homes as we would be without COVID-19, but that's because a lot of the homes that we're starting are for people that we're working with months back before this even happened. So no matter what happens with COVID-19, there's still going to be people out there that need to buy real estate and sell real estate. There's still going to be people out there that need to build new homes and that want to build new homes and that can build new homes. Even today, in the midst of all of this, there are still people that we're turning contracts into the bank with. Maybe they're retired. This isn't really affecting them. They've got cash set aside for this. So for them right now, this is, monetarily wise, a good thing, because they're going to get an all-time low interest rate when the home is done being built. And equating this back to 2008, the market was horrible in 2008, and it almost felt like nobody wanted to build, nobody wanted to sell, nobody wanted to buy, but that's not true. I sold real estate and new construction homes back in that market, and it was just a tougher market. There were less people that were out there. So, you're maybe not going to sell as many homes as you did last year. But that doesn't mean that you're going to get booted out of the industry, and that's not how you should be looking at this. It's really easy right now to look at this and say, oh man, with everything that's going on right now, nobody is doing anything. Everybody's staying at home, and nobody's going to go out and meet with builders. Nobody's going to go out and buy anything right now. That would be foolish on their part to do that, because we don't know what's going to happen. That's not the case. There's still a lot of people that are out there that are functioning as they always have, because there's a lot of people that are out there that aren't under the mindset of, I'm not leaving the house, I'm not going anywhere, I'm going to die. There's a lot of people that don't believe that. So there are still people out there who want to build houses, who want to buy homes and sell real estate. So this isn't any different than it was in 2008. And right now, I think it's still better than it was in 2008 because there's still things that are happening from before COVID-19 started. So for me, I'm still plenty busy with, people that we're going to be turning contracts into the bank for and still doing selections with. And those people that are committed to building a house already, they need to sell their home. So we're going to be listing and selling their home. So as far as things go right now, update-wise on my end, I'm still busy. I have not physically met with a new client in a month. Now, that's going to change as I have a meeting now set up for next week, which is a great thing. And I've got another meeting potentially set up with somebody for tomorrow or Friday. So I'm hoping to not have a big void in the amount of starts that we're doing as a home building company a couple of months down the road because of what's happening now. But if that does happen, we'll get through it. We'll get through it. We got through it back in 2008. And I should, really, whenever you want to consider that time period for the housing crash, kind of along the lines in between 2006 and 2012, you can decide when the worst of it was. But we made it through that time. I sold during those times. I was able to provide a living for my family through those times. We're going to make it through those times. And then shortly after that, up until a couple of months ago, things have been great for the last 7 or 8 years. And again, I'm remaining hopeful that once this time period is over, and it's coming soon because there are a lot of people out there that aren't just going to continue to stay home. They're going to risk going out because there's a lot of people. I don't want to get into the politics of all this, but there's a lot of people who are not going to continue to stay home, and things are going to slowly get back to normal. In fact, my phone has been ringing a lot more this week than it had been in weeks past. So we're going to get through this. We're going to get past this. Again, I'm hopeful that once this time period is over, let's say, 30 days from now, everybody is going to come out of the woodwork and just want to start building again and want to get their houses on the market, want to start selling real estate. That may be the case. Or it may be the other scenario is that things were closed down too long and that causes the market to take a great enough hit to where the real estate market is now going to be slowed down a little bit. And if it does, again, you can sell through that just like we did in other times. You can get through that. There's just not going to be as many people out there as there were before, and that's okay. That doesn't mean that there's nobody out there, because it can really easily feel like that right now. It can easily feel like, because of what's going on, nothing is happening right now. So I need to just stay at home. I'm not going to reach out. I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to take off. If you're in sales, that's really the wrong mindset, because when you're in sales, you solely determine how successful you're going to be. You determine your own destiny. So you can just choose to do nothing right now, or you can choose to go out there and do things and still reach people and just understand there's not as many people out there. But, this is going to weed out a lot of the realtors and new construction salespeople, because back in 2008, I didn't mind selling in that market. There was far less competition. And I'll admit, I'm even guilty of this. For the last 6-7 years, things have been really good. I haven't really had to prospect that much, haven't really had to fight for the sales all that much. But that may be changing. That may be what you need to do in order to survive right now. So start doing your homework, sharpening up your sales skills, and make sure that you're doing different things that are going to be reaching a smaller amount of people that are out there in the market so that you can still succeed. So that's all I had for what I wanted to speak about today. Hope this gives you a little bit of motivation. Hang in there. This will pass. You just have to work harder and do things differently to be successful in this industry. You can do it. It's possible. I did it. I'm going to do it again. Have a great rest of the day, and God bless.